Happy Monday! What's everybody up to today? Just going to come on here for a quick demo. I've gotten lots of questions on how to do this basic level gluing, so I'm going to just come in real quick and do a quick little demonstration. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm trying to get my other device ready so that I can handle working and answering questions. You guys know the drill. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Good morning, or good afternoon. It's still, oh, well, crap, it's nearly 1 o'clock here. It's not morning, but hey, when you work every day, I never know what time it is, so, you know. All right, how's everybody doing? Has anyone been rhinestoning their tumblers lately? Getting interested in having a different option. So here's the lid. I've already done the lid. This is from the Blue Hawaii mix. Very pretty. It's just using a Sharpie marker. It's a very simple process. And I just got a message from DHL. 1 second. Yes, I have packages coming. Yes, I know. Bring them. Who's waiting on packages, y'all? It's kind of crazy. And so as I work, this group does not like having links. So let's just keep it a class. This is just for you guys to watch and listen. And I'm going to keep it real simple. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I have this 20-ounce tumbler here, and they do come with the domes, so it would look just like this. And I'm going to do the whole thing. So I've already done the lid, and I'm going to show the inside because it just shows that I've Sharpied. The color is on the outside, but you can actually see kind of how cool it looks from the inside too. And then the process is very simple. You're going to sand your surface, whether it's acrylic or stainless steel. Hi Jessica, thanks for joining in. You're going to sand it, and you're going to clean it with rubbing alcohol, either if you have wipes, the large wipes or the small wipes, whichever. Just give it a good cleaning. And then you can use your Sharpie marker to help the gaps. You're going to have gaps. No matter how long you've been doing this and how good you are, you're going to have gaps. So it's best to have color behind those stones to camouflage those gaps, make it look a little nicer. And that's why you can see from the back side it has all the blue here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm not seeing any just yet. Where are you guys all watching from? I'm here in San Diego and waiting for some packages to come in. So, all right, so I'm going to sand. I just have this, I keep a bunch of nail files. They're more comfortable for me to hold than sometimes a piece of sandpaper. And you kind of want to sand off of your work area. North Carolina, good to see you, Latasha. Thanks for joining. But I'm going to sand just a little bit here to show you guys how, and I've already put a couple of little Sharpie markers to see my colors. But you see how it gets nice. I saw a question about Sharpie and spray paint. This I'm showing is a very beginner process. So Sharpie marker is for beginners when you're just starting out. If you already know how to do spray paint, that's totally fine. All right, we got Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama, the UK. Fantastic. This is just a nail file. I do a lot of nail shows. Our tools and supplies are used in the nail industry. So it's just a foam kind. It's a 100 and a 108. So yeah, so see how kind of frosted it's going to get from sanding it. So I'm going to do a little bit more Missouri, Miami. Awesome. The glue we're going to use, Bonnie, is going to be Fusion Tack. And it's going to be in our precision glue bottle. And I'm going to just stand over here off my table because you don't want to get all this dust onto your work area. It's not good to have. You want to keep everything nice and clean. We specialize, or not specialize, but we like to teach how to always clean all of your items throughout the project and or especially after when you're done with the projects. So keep your dust off of your items. You should just do it outside if you don't have a proper place to do it. It's just adding, you know, dirt and dander and dust to your items and in your glue and stuff like that. So I'm just going to do a little area, not the whole thing, because I'm going to be teaching this in a few different groups. So there we have it. That's nice and sanded or filed, whichever. And now I'm going to grab a little alcohol wipe. Just like this. Awesome. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining me today on Monday. Give it a nice clean. Chicago. I've been seeing a lot of my friends are getting some snow in Michigan, and it's middle of the month of May. It's crazy stuff. All right, so wipe that. Then you can also dry it as well. I love these napkins. They're very absorbent, and I'm a weirdo about napkins. I can't just use regular paper towels anymore. I'm a napkin connoisseur, you know. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Take my Sharpie marker now because it is sanded. Jackie, I have everything. We're a supplier, so we kind of supply everything. And these are all Swarovski crystals. So you're going to use your Sharpie. And you can doodle it. You can, you know, however you guys want. I don't know. It's not a big deal to go whatever direction as long as it's going to get that color on there. Just do a nice little area. And that's all I'm going to do is like a small area because this should take, this whole cup for us, for me, is about 4 hours. So I'm just going to, you know, do a little bit. Thank you, Retha. And thank you for not putting links. This is not a class to, you know, be advertising and stuff like that. I'm just going to show basics because you can get all of these supplies from all kind of places. And I'm working with the admins to get a code to come in here, and then we can actually do some good stuff and even more. So, and then once your Sharpie is dry, I forget to not go back over that dry Sharpie because it's going to pull back off onto your markers. So this is totally fine. It's because markers are stains, or Sharpie markers are stains. They're not paints. So that's why they're easy. You don't have to have a primer coat. You don't have to seal them. The glue will be your sealer with this process. Other processes, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about paint right now. We teach that paint level in our advanced classes. So we're just doing basic family, friends, gifts. Yeah, isn't it so pretty? It's not quite the emerald. Or no, it is the emerald, like the darkest green, the brightest green. I was hoping for the more teal green, but it does not show up at all. And that's what you can also do is, Helen, this can stay for months in this bottle. It's not going to go anywhere. Is you can test out your other colors. So that one wasn't quite dark enough. I didn't like it at all. And then this one doesn't show up at all. So sometimes it's misleading on how dark they might be when on paper and napkins, these two colors are actually quite similar. But on this clear acrylic, it really doesn't even show up. So always test your colors before you get set on a process. And yeah, just always give a little test on the edge or something. And then when I get to this area, these lighter colors, because Sharpies are kind of like stains, aren't going to affect at all. Like it goes right over it. You can never tell. It's kind of like mixing in. So easy peasy. No one's going to ever see that. No one will know. And then you will be able to see the lines on your inside. So sometimes you want to make those a certain direction or make them, you know, nice and smooth because it will be visible. But it's a gift. It's for friends and family. It's a beginner practice project. So I wouldn't really worry about it. This one, I think I went around and around and around just to, you know, just to practice. You can do so many things different in so many ways. There's never one answer. And this is how I'm going to get started. I'm just going to kind of scribble on this glue. Just get a little bit on here. I'm not going to take up too much of you guys' time. And just I'm going to put that pin back in because I'm not going to do this whole area. And then with this glue, you can totally kind of fingerprint it to get it nice and smooth. I'm not rushing or rubbing the glue. I'm just tapping it to get it kind of even without brushing or rubbing that away because it can get too thin. Some people, it's difficult to practice on how much glue to put. Is it too thick? Is it too thin? It does take practice. But this is an easy way that I've shown to help a lot of people get really good at doing their gluing. And even though you see the white of the glue, it will dry clear. And So yeah, this is pretty much the start. Any size, I'm doing a random sprinkle fill pattern. And using this tool, you touch the top of the stone, you bring it to the glue, and the glue is always more sticky than the tip of the tool, and that is why it comes off. Sometimes if you want to go in and kind of lean the stone on its edge to help it pop off, that can help too, because sometimes glues are really wet, and depending on the temperature and the humidity in your room or your area, glues can always react differently. So there's never the same exact way, but if you're having problems with it not sticking, then let me see if I can, how about if I just zoom in so I'm not moving around for you guys. I like to try to be still. That's not so bad. And so now I'm going to kind of lean it on its edge and watch, it's going to pop right off. It's going to go doot, pop right off, and then you can use your opposite side to press down, and that's why this tool was designed that way. I'm the inventor and the manufacturer of this tool. It is available at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. It's called the Crystal Katana tool, and it helps us do our massive installations and projects, and it makes it so much easier. Rosy Sparkles, I used the green Sharpie. Sorry, it's out of the shot because we're zoomed in. Yeah, green, good old green Sharpie. Where are we? Oh, I'm way up here. Yeah. The top, yes, Alicia, sure, the top, this is how our cups come. They're domed tumblers. They screw right on, and this also does fit your Starbucks 16-ounce, and I believe they're venti, and the 24-ounce cups. So if you have a flat lidded item, this cup will fit onto these Starbucks cups, so that's kind of cool. You can upgrade your client, something like that, but yeah. It's good stuff. Kelly Jo, I am a supplier, and we have lots of options. We're about to launch a whole new line very soon. Easy stuff. Jayla, these are all Swarovski crystals. All Swarovski crystals, and I have the written instructions of this whole process in the description of the live. So once it ends, you can even see all of that. Yes, it's Brenda, it's nice to paint before you start gluing. That way, when you have gaps, because you're going to have gaps, there's no way to get around it. Those paint colors will help kind of camouflage your gaps. So here I have it on the blue one. You can definitely see there's gaps, but because it's like the dark blue behind it, it helps camouflage. It makes it really pretty. Yeah, and if you guys see this in the sunlight, it's insane. It's so beautiful in the sunlight. And so see how the glue starts to dry clear, and that's totally fine. Oh, I have a little bit of a small spot here. I'm gonna stick one. You can use this other side to press down. That's what it was made for. Michelle has a question about epoxy to seal it. No, you didn't. You never ever need to seal these stones. Never ever need to seal anything like this. The glue is your workhorse. The glue is going to hold on to it. These can be washed. I have many videos showing how to wash your rhinestone tumblers. And it's super, super strong stuff. Now we have other processes that we use that are more professional. And Jamie, you're going to need 10 to do the cup and the lid. 10 of our mixes. And our other processes can go through car washes. We've been doing this for years and years, and specialize in high-end, super durable gluing processes. So it's good stuff. It's been tested. You do need to practice. There's never a time where it's, you might have beginner's luck, but there's lots of different ways to do different items. And there's lots of stuff, yeah. Shelby, my profile is public. You can find any information, but I'm just here to try to teach, not to sell, just showing you guys. I know there's lots of groups that are showing beginner ways of doing this, and they're doing fantastic, and I just wanted to come in and show that there's lots of different ways. The glue is called Fusion Tack in our precision glue bottle. For this process, I just like to show Sharpies, but we use automotive level paints. You can use spray paints. It's kind of whatever paint you're familiar with, but there's so many variables when people use paints and so many layers, and if it's not prepped the right way, it can really, you know, not end up the same way. Yeah. I would never not sand this. Yes, the sanding is what helps keep the Sharpie on, or your paint, and it definitely helps the glue have something to stick to. So please, we always recommend sanding. It is a must. Unless it's a whole different process where this is a whole different glue on rubberized materials, and that does not need sanding. So I hate to say, there's just never a single answer for the questions. I wish there was, but there's just not. This is going to be so pretty. And the top will be the blue. Maybe. I might do it solid green. I have another green lid, but I wanted to kind of mix and kind of merge into the blues. Yes. Alicia, our prices for even a small 12-ounce tumbler can begin around $450. Just depends on the design and what the client wants. But something this size is going to be upwards of $800, so it can get up there. But it's super sparkly and fun. Marissa, you can worry about the gaps all you want, but they're gonna happen. So just let it go, girl. Just let them happen. Just let them happen. You can use glitter. Yes, of course. You can do your other glitter and epoxy processes and then come in with the stones. Yes, you could. That'd be beautiful, and it would be a way to save on supplies. You wouldn't have to have as many of the crystals and rhinestones, because your other surface is going to be the glitter and the epoxy and stuff like that. So for sure. Hey Corey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Figured I'd try to come on at a different time than I normally am, super late, but I'll be up in probably 10 different groups today doing this 1 cup. So, and the husband works late tonight at the hospital, so I've got from now until I collapse at 2 or 3 a.m. 2 or 3 a.m. and so far my screen looks pretty clear. The reception is good. We have new internet. Brenda's asking, is the non-epoxy method is just for the glue you guys sell? We have a lot of glues and a lot of processes. I don't really refer to any of them as methods. And we use fill patterns, but take a peek. We have a glue guide as well. Patty, for rubberized items, you can check out our Ninja Grip. That's what this is right here on this blue cup. There's also a video. We have 0 options for silicone. Nothing sticks to silicone. I wish it did, but we've not had a nice commercial or over-the-counter option for silicone. So yeah, Marissa, I'm doing this a random fill. I'm just kind of picking up whatever stone is ready. Whoever wants to be a team player, the stones are ready to go. Yeah. Let's see. Amanda is asking, you can put stones on epoxy, and how would I prep it to lay on epoxy? We do recommend sanding, and we definitely teach a 2-part epoxy glue in our online dojo. It's a professional grade process. Yeah, Sifney, definitely let it sit for a week. And I have that instruction in the description of this live as well, so you don't have to come back and listen to this whole thing. And Courtney is asking, if you do it on an epoxy cup, what's the best way to prep? Some like to have a glitter cup and rhinestone and name. It would be all the same with your sanding. Just sand it and clean it. But we too teach our professional level in the online dojo as well. Yes, acrylic cups. You got it. Yep. Awesome, guys. Yeah. So my glue is drying here, and I can still put just a few more on. As long as it's still a bit white, the glue is totally fine. It's totally fine. No worries. No stress. Actually, this glue is called the Fusion Tack. It's in our precision glue bottle. And I'm running out of glue now, so I'll put a little bit more on for you guys. And whenever, this is always a fun fact, when anyone comes to work in our studio, they all get their own sets of Sharpies because I'm so particular about my markers. No one uses my markers. No one. We all get our own sets, and that way no one's contaminating and grabbing my yellow and putting it with a blue or some horrid thing like that. So, you know. The online dojo is at your own pace. You pick and choose when to watch the videos. We have lots that are for free and some that are not for free, and there's just different levels. I've actually been uploading a lot of more free content onto YouTube this past couple of weeks to help out everybody that's, you know, been trapped inside with something to do. So we've been adding up more videos there too. Yes, we do have beginner kits. Oh, Amanda, definitely send your resume. You'd be surprised how many hundreds of people always say they want to work for us and we yet to get any resumes. So that's kind of part of working for a company, is we need to see a resume, send samples of your work. And of course, there's always that salary history, but you never know. We hire people from all over the world to help us with projects because we get sent all over to do stuff. So you just never know who's watching. You never know. All right, and then I have my napkin over here on the side, and so I wipe my finger off whenever I do my tap tap. Just wipe that off. It's completely clean now. That way it's not going to get on your tool or transfer onto anything else. Always keep the tip of your tool clean. This one's quite worn down. I've used it for many, many months. And so to clean it, you can scrape it lightly with your fingernails. Some people get glue on as they're working. Let's see, I'm going to use a small tool just to show you how I'm going to get glue on this tool. So I've got a small stone on here, and I'm going to go over here, and so I've laid this stone down, but I dipped it in the glue. And a lot of people never see the dip in the glue, and then they continue to get their stone, and now they've contaminated their stone. So always keep your tool nice and clean. If it stops working, the only reason why this tool stops working is because there is glue on the tip and or debris, dust, dander, stuff like that. So always keep your stuff nice and clean, nice and clean. Let's see. Eugenia asked, what do I think about E6000? We used it many years ago. It's highly toxic. We do not allow it in our studio any longer. It's been about 4 years since we've had it. And the replacement that exceeds it is going to be your multi-grab 360. It's 20% stronger, and it will last you a lot longer. You need hardly any at all compared to the E6 killer. I mean the E6000. Yeah, no cancer warnings on any of our glues. Oh, thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. Yes. Yes, thank you, all of you nurses. Yes, for sure. He's getting his little nappy nap in right now before he goes on to work. So I'm trying to... That's why I'm usually kind of quiet when I'm videoing with you guys. I try to not disturb him because if he's comfy on the couch, that's where he needs to be. You know, Marissa, it does have a slight smell, but it is nothing compared to that other glue. And I say that other glue because I don't want to give them any more advertising dollars on my page when they don't give any support to artists. So, you know, yes, it totally does. And it says do not use on drinkware. That glue will leach chemicals for the lifetime that it is on your item, not just for the time that you're using it, but the whole time that the client has it. So, you know, fun stuff. But hey, I used it for years. And after, you know, you just start paying attention to labels. You have a lot of family members that might smoke and they've passed away from smoking, and you still have family members that smoke. It's like you still got to read directions and read all those warning labels because they're there for a reason. So, you know. Yes, awesome. Yeah, for sure. It's a fun hobby to get into, and then that's how I started. It was completely a hobby, and now we're pretty much worldwide. So you get careful what you wish for. Hobbies are fun until they're not, until they're a job. but I do enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, but it is a lot of work. Let's see, I don't like to be picking through here. I just want to go random, but I keep seeing that one spot. So, you know, sometimes the gaps get on your nerves. But that's why we have the green background, so that it's not so bad. There, now it's all better. It's all better. Yes. Pam, the glue I'm using is called the Fusion Tack. It's in our precision glue bottle. Has a nice little tip. Comes with a tip and a pin so you don't get any clogs. The glue can stay in the bottle for years, actually. I actually just unscrew this and refill it all the time. It stays on my desk laying down. Try not to lay your glues upside, right side up like this, because the glue will settle down at the bottom. Keep it always laying down. Yeah. Hi, Raina. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yep. Yes, this is a very versatile glue. Very versatile glue. Yes, Eddie, that's a shame to hear that. Yep. And Angela, we have lots of different kits, and we do sell on Amazon. Yes. But we're going to continue gluing. Isn't that lovely? Nicole is asking if I prefer Sharpie to painting the whole background. Nicole, this is a very beginner process and not one that I would use on a customer's item. We teach our professional level in the CrystalNinja Dojo, but this is great for family, for friends, gifts, and things like that. But this is not our professional level. That requires a lot more steps and higher end supplies. But it's a super fun, easy way to get started into practice. Lots of practice here. All right. What other questions do we have? For supplies, my profile is public. I'm not here to, you know, advertise, just showing how to do this. Supplies can be found lots of places. And hopefully I can get a code for the admins here, and then I'll be able to share more information. Lots of more information. Yeah. All right, I'll do one more little spot, and then I'm going to let you guys go. I've got to get into my other groups today and show them another little sliver just as well. And then all I'm going to do is kind of touch, touch, touch to kind of get that glue nice and even. I'm not looking for perfection. Actually, we have all kind of different kits. All kinds of different stuff. Just use your, keep your tools nice and clean. Sometimes you get 2 stones on there. That's always fun. Always fun. And this tool has picked up over probably 100,000 stones, or if not more. It's a few months old, so many people like to always argue with how many stones their tool picks up, or it can't pick up, or whatever, but I just like to show that this is the same tool, and it's still picking up just fine. I've done a whole car with one tool. It's okay. Just keep your tools nice and clean, and they're going to work for you. And that's with anything. That's with scissors. That's with your markers. Keep everything super clean, and they'll continue working for you for years and years. Why keep spending all that money on more supplies when you just don't need to? I spent hundreds of dollars on tools that just didn't work, and that's why I had to invent this one. And it has 3 United States patents on it, about to have 4. And if it's not black or bamboo, it is not the real thing. You know, just saying. Alice, you can wash this completely, yes. I even have a video on how to wash your rhinestone tumblers. So if you Google those terms, you'll find maybe even 2 videos. I've done another one recently just to show metal or stainless steel and acrylic. We get tons of that question over and over again. If they see me power washing something, and I'm like, yes, it's washable. Of course, wash it. Awesome. All right, so there's my little beginning how-to for this Monday for everybody. A little Sharpie, a little glue, a lot of it Swarovski crystals. And I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope to come back every couple of days. I like to pop on and do a refresher. You know, yeah. Oh, Alice, for the tool, just wipe it clean with rubbing alcohol. You can totally scrape lightly with your fingernail if you get glue on it, but always keep like a napkin near and wipe that off. Just keeps it nice and clean. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for all joining me. There's quite a couple hundred of you in here, and I appreciate it. So I'll be back. Maybe I'll come back in a day or so to finish it, and I'll have like a little piece, a little sliver to update, you know, to finish. Thank you, guys. Oh, let me put my pen back in my glue. You don't want to lose that. It's tiny. All right, there we have it. Thanks, guys.